expectation I've received from the Holy Ghost, I could explain it. I was talking with my friend this morning, and we said that a generation that now loves pleasure more than they love God, don't even think again if UK is God's wisdom for them. For as long as there is an opening to go to UK, everybody is going. We took our time to count numbers of people who have traveled abroad. And the obvious is that Nigerian, especially in the West, and unfortunately in our churches, every Sunday we are losing members to UK. People who don't even know and does not want to know. Don't forget that critical to your preservation is being in the right location. Critical to your preservation is being in the right location. It is critical. And one of the education that the Holy Ghost will bring to you in this last day is the education of the demands of God over your life. What is the expectation of God? How does God want me to meet this expectation? It is part of the education that is available in the Holy Ghost. If a man is here and he is bewitched or bedeviled of knowledge about destiny, then the activity of the Holy Ghost is not alive. While I was about to come to this place, I heard the Lord said to me loud again. He said, nobody is born by mistake when it comes to God. There is your birth is a deliberate orchestration by the Lord, and there is an agenda He wants you to fulfill. On this part of the divide, your part to plug in into that wisdom that existed before you came into this world is the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost. Another thing that the Holy Ghost must do for us in this last day is that the Holy Ghost is the comforter. The comforter. When you hear people say, I don't look like what I go through, and they do not say it from the standpoint of the knowledge of the workings of the Holy Ghost, is error. Because by default, everybody is supposed to look like what he goes through. Are you listening to me? If you are sick, when you go to the hospital, by looking at you, doctors can tell that you are sick. If Shem walks into this place now, as a matter of fact, let me not say that one again. There are times that I just need to look at Shem to know that he does not have money. I know how he behaves if he has money. Are you listening to me? When Jesus was going to leave the earth, he told his disciples because they were grieved. We have you with us. And it was obvious that your presence with us was what made life meaningful. Now that you say you are going, they were grieved. And he said, I will send a comforter. Because there is this emptiness that every man that does not have God experience. And a man who has God but does not have a connection to this God, there is this emptiness you experience. That is why if it is long you prayed, you know there is emptiness. I'm telling you the truth. There is no genuine brother, sister that is under my voice that does not know that when prayer becomes dry in your mouth, is a show of the departure of the Holy Ghost. So in the new, and his response to them is that I will send a comforter. What is the primary responsibility of the comforter? I will send a comforter, the one that is going to take my place in you and with you. You know, we have thought again and again that while Jesus was on earth here, if there is anybody sick, you don't need prayer, just call Jesus. And that is why that centurion sent the leaders of the church to him. So when they came and met him, they said, this man has built many temples for us. Please come and touch this his servant. And because Jesus was walking in that day, so as he was about to leave, the disciples had a cry. So he said, I will send the comforter. Can I tell you the truth? There is this emptiness that everybody under the sound of my voice is. You must have. You have if you don't have the Holy Ghost. If you see anybody commit suicide, are you listening to me? If you see anybody commit suicide because they have no food to eat, they have lost hope. And what stirs up hope within us is the Holy Ghost. When people give up quickly over life, it's a pointer that the working of the Holy Ghost is no longer alive within them. When they were stoning Stephen and he was praying for them, you thought that was happening by the energy of the flesh. There is nobody who does not respond to pain except the comforter is alive in you. So Jesus Christ said at the end part of that chapter 16 or 14 thereabout where we are reading, he said, my peace I give to you, not the kind that the world give. It is still in response to the Holy Ghost. There is this peace of man you have, whether you have food to eat or not. It is the presence of the Comforter that makes it happen. And the question I want to ask us is, what do you think sustained God's servant, Pastor Emma Okpai, in the day that all his families were wiped out? What sustained him? Somebody said the Holy Ghost. Because the last day is characterized with hard time. The only way you can survive this hard time is to have the Holy Ghost. The reason why you will not cut corner is not because you don't have need for money. But the reason why you will not cut corner is that this emptiness that you are experiencing because of lack of cash is not compared to the presence of the Comforter that is within you. And that is why I said that what will make you live the life of God on earth here is the Holy Ghost. Even Jesus, they flogged him. While they were flogging him, he had the opportunity to curse. As a matter of fact, when Peter removed his sword and cut off the ear of the servant of the priest, he said, you not know that I have authority to demand that legions of angels are released? Daddy, how you will survive the test of God is that the Holy Ghost will come alive within you as the Comforter. When he said you will go through fire, you go through water, I will be with you. That is what sustains men when they go through difficulty. Can I tell you the truth? The last day is here. You will see young boys living the kind of life you wish to live, but you can't live. It will bring pain except the Comforter is with you. The reason why you see young people quickly turning their back against God, turning their back against normal natural law of life, is because they cannot bear the pain of seeing their mate live the life they wish to live. The Holy Ghost. It was recently I heard that Isaac Oyedepo was bewitched with 13 infirmities, 13 sicknesses. Yet the father comes to the pulpit, preach with power, casting out demons, the Comforter. Now I knew what sustained God's servant, that the Adeboye, when his first son died, the Comforter. When he is there, pain is not enough to take you out from God. They cried to him and said, why will you say you want to go? He said, I need to go because it is written that if I do not go, but you see, I am not going to leave you without the comforter. Somebody holler the Holy Ghost. I can hear you say the Holy Ghost. It is the advantage of believers in the last day. The Holy Ghost. I'll pray in tongues in the morning. I'll pray in tongues in the afternoon. I'll pray in tongues even in the night. I must ensure that this Holy Ghost I have is alive within me. The Holy Ghost. I will put you in front of my destiny. You are all that matters.
You are all that matters.
I will make room for you. You are my Jesus.
You are all that matters.
The Holy Ghost.
You are all
Pause.
that matters.
Hold the song for me. The Holy Ghost is the power socket of God. Acts of Apostles, chapter 1, verse 8. Yeah, na 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 na. Yeah, na na. Kai. We are coming from the west. We are coming from the east. We are the one. Yahweh still alive. We are coming from the east. We are coming from the north. We are the